Okay guys, so we seem to have some technical difficulties on the stream. But anyway, it seems to be sorted. Yeah, seems to be much better. Okay, so we've already gone over all the analysis, but I'm gonna go over it again pretty quickly. Okay, so today is a Japanese bank holiday, so GBPJPY we just gonna probably probably leave alone. Okay, so Japan bank holiday. We do have GBP news at 10:30, so we may have some moves on GBPJPY, but we're just gonna stay away from it. Have a look at gold. Okay. Later today we have Jolt's job openings, and then for the rest of the week we still have a lot to come. So tomorrow we have interest rates and our Fed press conference. So we may even see some consolidation today. Keeping in mind that the market moved quite a lot yesterday, and we may just kind of take a breath before tomorrow, where I think volatility and volume will pick up once again. Also, keeping in mind we have NFP on Friday, ADP tomorrow as well in the afternoon. Look at yesterday's candle. So yeah, big day yesterday. Didn't really capitalize on any of that movement, unfortunately, but it is what it is. So, what we looked at here was we basically closed in this daily range, okay, below that resistance there. Yesterday we closed below that level, and then today the idea is we should tap into this support level, okay. On an hourly here, we've got obviously got our resistance, we've got a nice support here, waiting for a break below that support to fill the wick, about 30 pips, and then drive on further down, which would be about 60 pips. Looking left here, you'll see how we got that target of 1852. Looking on an hourly time frame, okay, we've had this level here, which we've had quite a few reactions off of. So from where we sit right now below that support would be clean range down until this support. And then we do have a possible second target at this level here, 147 500. So just looking at all the time frames in Confluence, the obvious bias here would be bearish. Okay, look at the daily, look at the 4 hour, how we closed on the previous 4 hour. So not really looking for bars here, but we have marked up a no trade range here, okay, anticipating that if we do break above this level, we could possibly get a rejection off of this level here, or even off the wick and get a sort of fake out of this level to drive further on down. So you do have a possible buy opportunity above this level here. You got some clean range, about 40 pips. Okay. But not looking too far for bars, so right now just keeping an eye on sells. 15-minute kind of close with a kind of rejection. Looking like we could be rejecting the support here. So let's see if we close back below that level, but we'll be waiting for a break and close below this support here. So yeah, GJ, you know, we are still in this range. We did create a support to possibly drive on further up, but also keeping in mind that our weekly last week closed bearish. Okay, and then looking to the left here, we had this weekly resistance here, which we closed back below. Okay, as you can see, last week we closed back below that previous weekly resistance. This week we drove up to tap into that resistance, creating a wick to possibly push further on down. Yesterday we closed pretty bearish. Okay, so a break below yesterday's candle, we could see a further push on down to about 161, 500 kind of thing. Looking on a 4 hour, yeah, got pretty clean range up until about 161, 500-ish. To possibly push further on down to support. But just gonna stay away from GJ this morning. Looking at our 4 hourly here, we closed below support. Okay, our new candle has pushed up to form a top wick to possibly drive on down. So just looking at this as a possible setup. We do have a 1-to-1. So yeah, to be honest with you, I'll be pretty happy to place sell stops below this current 4 hour low. I reckon once we break the low, we should push on down to fill the wick and then possibly to our first targets here. Looking at about a 50 pip stop here for, yeah, about a 50 pip target, excuse me. So we've got about 7 minutes for our half an hour candle to close here. I haven't placed the sell stop just yet, but I think I should do that. Okay, so yeah, basing this trade off a 4 hour, we had a strong 4 hour bearish close below a support. We've got a wick to fill here. New hour pushed up, created that top wick. If we re-break the lows here, we should be good to draw down. We could possibly get our stop loss above the current half an hour candle. Oh, for fuck's sakes. Yeah, I don't know what's up with the with the stream today. I don't know. Maybe it's my connection. You know, we're on fiber and everything should be so fast, but I'm watching YouTube last night and like a 10-minute video takes like more than 10 minutes to buffer. So it's pretty annoying. It's probably my connection. Right now I don't think there's anything I can do about it. But I'm still gonna carry on. I'm gonna push through. I actually don't even know how bad the stream is. But we've got a nice setup here. So I hope you guys can see this and still possibly learn something. If you are watching, please just give a comment there and tell me how how is the stream? Is it I mean like the quality of the stream? Is it like watchable or is it really bad? Because it's giving me a notification here that there's an error with the streaming and that it's not too smooth. So I'm hoping that's not going to be too much of a problem. Like I say, I'm just going to persevere at this point. Feeling a little bit antsy here. We're coming into the half an hour close and we are about to break the low as well. I think our stop is in a pretty safe place here. So I haven't triggered in just yet. Feeling like we should probably delete this and wait for the half an hour to close. Alright, I don't think we're gonna trigger in. So we can leave it there for now. We were literally 1 pip away from triggering our sell stop. As you can see, we had the support level here, which we are rejecting as well. Okay, so apparently it's like, okay, excellent connection all of a sudden. So yeah, I think it's my connection, seems to be on and off. Um, just gonna persevere. Hopefully it stays the way it is for now. So we have broken down cells, okay. Um, just very quickly going from a 4 hour time frame here. So we had a strong bearish close, alright, below a support level. Our new 4 hour has pushed up to create a top wick, anticipating it to break the low and push on further down. As we fill that wick, we can possibly manage our trade, and then we've got a first target here at 1852, and then a second target down here at 1847. So that is that. Yeah, really just waiting for a break of the support here, but not too worried about a close below that level, because looking at a 4 hour we had a close below this support here. So This is really just executing off a 4-hour time frame. We had a half an hour bearish close, okay, but we didn't exactly close below that level. It's not too much of an issue. I think once we drive back down here, we should be good. So we didn't get triggered in here, which is good because we would have been sitting in some drawdown now. Probably should have waited for the half an hour close either way. But at the end of the day, our sell stop would have looked like this either way. GJ, we are staying away from GJ today. It is a Japanese bank holiday, so things could get funky today. Alright, so it looks like we are it looks like we are breaking that previous candle's high. So for now we can remove this. And we will just wait. Probably gonna wait for 9 o'clock at this point. This half an hour candle doesn't look too promising. If we get if we begin to push back down, I'll consider putting those sell stops back in. But right now that support seems to be pretty strong. Okay guys, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna reset that sell stop at 157,200. Stops above the current candle. Yeah, let's leave that in and just be patient. So our 15-minute is back below our level here, back below this resistance. So if we close like this on a 15, we should be alright to drive down. So a pretty good thing we didn't get triggered in with that previous half-an-hour candle, because as you can see, while we are waiting for candles to close, our new half-an-hour candle drove straight up, creating that wick, even breaking the high of the previous candle. But we still have a possibility of driving down here based off a higher time frame. So just waiting right now. 15 minute is about to close in a minute and a half. As long as we don't break the current candle high, I'll be happy to leave this sell stop in. If we do break that high, I will probably delete this and wait for 9 o'clock. We are only 15 minutes away from 9 o'clock. So yeah, London Open is coming in soon, and we should get that volume to drive on down. Our trade here is based off of a 4 hour, previous 4 hour close below support here. And as you can see, we are respecting that level there. Shit, I've been muted. So anyway, I was just saying, if you are watching here, give a like and subscribe. I'd really appreciate that. And feel free to ask questions. I don't mind answering at all. It gives us something to speak about, because there's a lot of waiting here. You know, if I was by myself, there would be complete silence as I wait for these trades. But I'm here talking for you guys, so if there's nothing to talk about, there's gonna be silence. 15 minute is a bit funky, but just gonna keep an eye on the half an hour. If we flip bearish on this candle, we should break the low and push on down. Yeah, and just reiterating why we have sell stops below this level rather than waiting for a close below this level. Based off a 4 hour, we already have a close below a support. Okay, basing this trade off of a 4 hour candle, we've already created a high now on this new 4 hour. Okay, well, that's what we are trusting at least. So once we rebreak the lows here on this current 4 hour, we should be good to drive on down. We are also coming into London volume, so I reckon a break of that level we should be good to push on straight down. Not gonna wait for a close of this level. I think we have enough confirmation here on a 4 hour to set our sell stops right below that level. Pushing down nicely here on a 30 minute. About 10 minutes left of the hour. Just gonna trust this analysis. Volume should begin to pick up. So here's our live stream record so far. This was just last week. We haven't taken any trades yet this week. We took 7 trades here last week, 6 wins, 1 loss, total of 166 pips. Keep in mind this is just on stream. Right, we are flipping bearish on this half-an-hour candle. Looking pretty good to drive on down. Pushing down here, we may get triggered in. Okay, so that is us, we are in. Looking to lock in some profits and move our stops to break even once we hit about 25 pips here to fill this wick. 4 hours also just broken the low and flipped back bearish once again to hopefully fill this wick. Not too happy with this half an hour candle flipping back bullish. Ideally we would like a close below the support. As long as we close below this resistance, I'm gonna let the trade run. Once we re-break these lows, I will move my stop loss to above the current candle, and then like I say, once we fill the wick, we can begin to take off some profit and move stops to break even to let the runners run. So yeah, this is beginning of London session. We should have some volume beginning to pick up here. Okay, so we're sitting around that support. At this point, if we re-break the highs of this current candle, I'll be moving my, excuse me, if we re-break the highs of this current candle, I'll close half of my position. Okay, so I said that once we break this low, we'll be moving our stops to the current candle high. Okay, so at this point I'm moving my stops to above the current candle high. Leaving us with a, excuse me, leaving us now with about a 24 pip stop. Shit. Okay, we have filled that wick. I'm closing half, letting the rest run. Stop loss is going to be at break even at this point. So we secured about 20 pips here. About 22 pips for me. 22 pips secured. What is going on here? My typing skills are definitely not the best. So yeah, our analysis so far has played out pretty well. We anticipated that 4 hour to drive down with London session volume, and so far so good. We filled that wick. We secured 22 pips of profit. We got stops at break even and letting the runners run. So let's just see what we can do here. At this point, we just gotta let it play out. If we hit break even, that's okay. Seem to be having quite a strong rejection off of that little level there. Ah, cute. My little sister's sending me a drawing. Okay, so let's fill in the live stream. We took this trade at... What time did we take this trade? It was before 9. Okay, we got triggered in here at 8:45. So 8:50 about. Eight 50. It is the 2nd of May. So our stop loss initially was 50 pips, and then we have now closed half at 22 pips. So we're already gonna call that a win. And someone needs to give me a course on there we go, there we go. Not too bad. Pushing down here to our first target here. Okay, I guess our first target was that wick, but our second target here at 1852. Got our figure on the trigger here to close another half. Sorry, well, 25%. Half of what's left. 15-minute candle's about to close. Very bearish here, so let's see if we can get a push down here. 20 pips to go. Gonna be about 52 pips there. Looking left, we've got pretty much clean range down until 152. So, excuse me, what am I saying? 1852. So we should wake up a little bit on this 15, and then once we break the low, those 20 pips there should be ours for the taking. I don't know if you can hear that, guys, but my maid is busy vacuuming, so excuse the noise. If you've just joined the live, we've already taken sales today here on gold. We've secured 22 pips as we filled this wick, and we're about to secure a little bit more as we tap into the support here. This trade was taken based off of a 4-hour. Our previous 4-hour candle closed below the support level over here. It's pretty strong bearish candle. Our new 4-hour wicked up, creating a high, and as we broke the low on the current 4-hour candle, we had sell stops right there. Coming pretty close to break even here. About 10 pips away right now. Okay, so I've hit break even here. I had my break even just below. So secured 22 pips here. Not a bad day at all. Not looking to get any other entries here. So there has been some movement here on GJ. Could possibly drive on up. So total of 22 pips for the day. So just gonna add the monthly total here for April. Keep in mind we only traded for 1 week in April. So that's our first trade of the week here on the live stream. So far so good. If we have this half-an-hour candle closing below the support, we've got a wick to fill. You could possibly possibly have the new 30-minute fill the wick here and push on to our target. If we get a nice wick up on the new 30 minutes, and then as we flip back bearish, you could definitely get entries to, like I say, for the wick and looking for a target down here. But for me, I'm happy with that. I'm happy with 22 pips. So I'm going to call it a day there. Last chance to ask any questions. Okay guys, so just before we end off here, just some advice from me personally, my experience and what I've learned. So as you can see today, we've only taken one trade, and we're not going to stick around to look for any other entries here, or we happy with one trade. We're going to call it a day here. I might come and trade New York personally, but I won't be doing a live stream for New York. But one or two trades a day is enough. If you're taking one or two quality trades for the day, you're well on your way. Because if you're doing the right things, there's no reason that you shouldn't be able to secure 1 or 2% with one or two good trades, if not more. Of course, you will have losing days, um, but if you're focusing on quality over quantity, it really takes a lot of the psychological pressure out of it. When you don't limit yourself with how many trades you can take, you can find that you end up just chasing trades. You kind of find yourself still sitting at the screen coming into low volume times, and you're still looking for trades, and then when volume kicks up again, you hit stop loss, that kind of thing, and it just ends up being frustrating. So there's really nothing wrong with taking one or two trades in a day. Like I say, quality over quantity. It's really, really going to help your psychology. It's going to help you to actually focus on what you are doing right versus what you're doing wrong. Because imagine you took 10 trades in the day, okay? Now you have to go journal all 10 trades. How are you going to actually narrow down, you know, what you're doing wrong when you're taking so many trades? If you take one trade, it's a lot easier to say, okay, I did this wrong in this trade. But when you've got 10 trades and it's okay, I did this wrong, I did this wrong, I did this wrong, I did this wrong, and I did this wrong. Now tomorrow, instead of focusing on doing one thing better, you've got 5 things to focus on. It makes it a lot more challenging. So, I'll tell you right now, one thing you can focus on is eliminate over trading. So trade less. Because, yeah, over trading is one of the biggest issues that we struggle with as traders in the beginning. And at the end of the day, it comes down to discipline and having a plan. And more importantly, having the discipline to follow your plan. So, like I say, we've called one trade today on the stream. We've had one win. If you took the trades, you know, you could have made some money. Why sit here any longer and fuss and fight? You know, with trading, one of the beautiful things of it is you get to be in control of your time, at least for the most part of it. So own that. You know, you come into trading not just to make money, but to be a little bit more free. Have a little bit more freedom with your own time, do more meaningful things. So, you know, when you get to a point where you can trade full time, you know, no one actually wants to trade full time. Trust me, it's a part-time thing for full-time freedom. That's all I can really say. So yeah, just limit yourself. Have a plan. Stick to it. Learn from your mistakes. 1 or 2 trades a day, and you'll be well on your way. So yeah, we had 22 pips here. Win for the day. Sells on gold. And we're gonna call it here. Our half-an-hour candle is closing back in this range to probably push on up. We've had some strong rejections off of this level here. Like I mentioned earlier, we could even see some consolidation today, considering we have interest rates tomorrow, and then things should pick up again. So yeah, good thing we caught this move here. You can see that if we were greedy, we would have, you know, at this point we had moved our stop loss a little bit lower, so we would have hit stop loss. But instead, we said, okay, where could price come down to? Okay, first target is obviously going to be this wick here. Close out 22 pips. Okay, even though this was actually our first target, we knew that, okay, price may react to this level. It's reacted to that before. We came down, rejected. Okay, and look what happened today. We came down and rejected. So if you were greedy and you really wanted those extra 20 pips or whatever, you would have actually ended up with nothing. So you just got to be careful. But yeah, I'm going on and on here. Let me leave. Cheers guys, have a good day. Enjoy.